I know you're probably thinking, why am I making this video so late? Because this conversation needs to be talked about, because I'm slowly getting to a point where if people don't stop hating on one thing and certain things in life, they're not going to want to get everything that they're excited for. So these past couple of weeks and months have been nothing but people complaining on social media about every single little thing. And it's really getting to a point where they're going to have to cancel every single thing that people enjoy doing the most. Sometimes in life, when we don't like certain things, it's okay to dislike certain stuff, but if you take it to a next level, if you're going around complaining and being aggressive in the most disrespectful way, in the nasty manner, in a nasty tone, these people are not going to want to fix of what you have problems with every single time. Now, let's talk about the recent situations with the Power Rangers issues with Cosmic Fury, Simon Bennett, and Andrew. And the people that made Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury. Um, the online hate and the harassments, I sometimes wonder, did these people sleep under a rock? Do they have any social cues or personal issues within themselves? Because if they have that type of hate within them, they shouldn't be commenting on social media. Because that is exactly what keyboard warriors do. They hide behind the keyboards and they say some of the ridiculous stuff just to get attention. And also, they get L plus ratios like crazy on Twitter. When someone makes a ridiculous comment, they get 1,000 upon retweets. And the more they do that, the more idiot they sound. And so, recently I just found out that Simon Bennett deleted his Twitter. Maybe it's because he had some things that weren't going with Cosmic Fury, or maybe it's because he just got tired of the online harassment and the disrespect from the fandom themselves, because it's pretty much showing that anytime when he comes back to Twitter, there's going to be some people that go and harass this man because they think that he was the one that did the designs and all of that, knowing that it wasn't even his fault. And mind you, these are the same people that do not feel any type of shame of what they did and said to the poor guy, a father, producer, director, and a husband. And so yesterday I was talking about the whole Andrew situation with the guy playing Louis Zed and Dino Fury both seasons, and in Cosmic Fury. And so turns out that he left social media, he left the Power Rangers fandom and the franchise because some idiot on Twitter was going around saying that, oh, they ruined their childhood. And I spoke about what my thoughts on that in yesterday's video. You want to know what really gets me about this fandom is the people who say they ruined their childhood are the ones that never had a childhood. They're just saying it because their favorite superhero and shows are done dirty. They act like it's the end of the world. They could always turn around and make some improvements, whether it's the reboot or a continuation. You don't have to like it. But it's the fact that you came out your mouth and said that this person ruined their childhood. I sometimes think the internet is pretty much, Jesus Christ, storming out there. The internet just doesn't know what to do. All they're doing is just capping. That's all there is. And so my thoughts go out to David, Simon, everybody that worked on Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury. They did not deserve the disrespect and hate from the toxic, quote unquote, casual fans. Enough is enough. And so to make matters even more worse, the Superman fanboys are by far the worst. Because I recently just found out from Comic Book Cast 2, shout outs to him, that they're now crying and saying that they want Henry Cavill back as Superman. All because James Gunn announced the new Superman actor in Lois Lane in Superman Legacy. So you're mad because Henry Cavill is not coming back as Superman. All of a sudden, I'm seeing on Twitter, hashtag bringing Henry Cavill back. What really gets me is the hypocrites online. And there are going to be some hypocrites on Twitter and on YouTube. The fanboys on YouTube are the worst. They sound just as bigot as the rest of these idiots all over the internet. Because they hated Michael Keaton as Batman when they announced it. They hated Robert Pattinson as Batman when they announced it. They hated Ben Affleck as Batman when they announced it. They hated every single actor that is going to play the iconic characters and superheroes that they all grew up love and reading in the comics. Whether it's on the small screen or the big screen. And as soon as that happens, all of a sudden, they praise them for doing a good job. And yet, there are some people out there that still hate Robert Pattinson as Batman, claiming that it's boring, and yet they went and saw it anyway. I'm telling you, the internet is full of hypocrites, and it shows a lot. Because Comic Book Cast 2 just posted a Facebook post, and yet the Superman fanboys are going absolutely neck and neck like crazy on social media. One minute they love the new announcement, the next thing you know, they hate it. All because you want your precious Henry Cavill as Superman. As much as I appreciate him as the Man of Steel, I feel it's time it needs to change. And also, good news, Superman Legacy will not have an origin story. It will be a continuation, which is a good thing, because if you reboot so many things one time, it's going to become boring and boring and boring. Because honestly, if you want to make a reboot, at least do a continuation, but do it right with the important plots. So I really don't understand this online hate. People just complain just to complain for no reason. They don't have lives. They're just as miserable as everybody else in the world. They're mad because nobody agrees with them. So what does that tell you? And also, the fighting game community is at an all-time worst when it comes to complainers. First you have Street Fighter 6, because the game recently just came out a few months ago and people are loving the crap out of it. Even I am. And so you see my first gameplay on YouTube as Ryu. And my first time playing the modern controls, which I had issues with it, but I'm getting used to it. I'm getting better at it. So you know what they say, practice makes perfect, right? And so all of a sudden I see people crying on social media about the hip-hop music being in the game. They wish it was never in it. They wish that Street Fighter 3 music was back in it. It's just so funny to me that the internet just loves to cry and complain about God knows what. Now they're saying that they want change in Street Fighter 6. They claim that the game is boring, it's terrible, it's difficult. And yet they're the ones making it difficult for themselves, because if they're not really good at it, at least they can do is put some practice into it. Because if you don't put some practice into it, you're not going to get any better. And also, the music in this game was hip-hop influence. What exactly did these people expect? If they don't like it, why not do it themselves? I'm telling you, every fandom, every franchise has its toxic fans and it is getting worse each day. And already people are still asking for too much about Street Fighter 6. There is no need for change. There will be some updates, but they're not going to change it. Take it or leave it. So my last topic I want to talk about is Mortal Kombat 1. Now, some people love the stress test of how much fun they had with the game, with the combos, air combos, long combos, the interactions with the characters of what's really be happening in Ardania, in Earthrealm, another realm. And so Mortal Kombat 1 is pretty fun, but again, some people are having problems with the game because they're claiming that it's too slow, it's too fast, and it's just a bunch of crap, and I really don't understand why. Because I get some valid criticisms of the game, but if you're going to do it in a most hateful manner, I'm not going to take you seriously. I'm not going to understand your frustrations. Now, if you don't like it, why bother even playing it? You can always wait until the game actually comes out on September 19th. That's all you have to do. Sometimes in life, when we don't like certain things, stop complaining. Because life is getting too short. If you have one thing, be grateful. Appreciate the things that you have in life. Because if you don't, God can take it away from you just like that. And now you're going to end up feeling regretful of how you handle certain situations. I'm telling you right now, you better be grateful. Stop complaining. Appreciate the things you got in life. Because life is too short. People are dying. People are losing jobs. People are getting divorced, getting COVID, getting so many diseases. And it's getting worse. It's getting worse every day. Because the world that we're living in right now, the complainers talking too much. Like, it's getting to a point where we're going to end up losing ourselves if we don't stop with this nonsense. So tomorrow's video I'm going to end up talking about is really interesting because I think a certain individual who is not a man anymore, who is now one of another simps, beta males that allow their women to do this and that. I'm going to save all of that for tomorrow's video. You're not going to want to miss this. It gets interesting from here. If you like this video, let me know. I got to go.